So good evening, or Coralie, good morning to you. Welcome to the third meditation of the fall 22 season. I'm happy to see folks and to greet old friends and meet new ones. I want to offer a special welcome to our new colleague at Water, Patrice Rupp from Baden-Württemberg in Germany. Patrice, you might wave your hand if we can see you. Let's see where Patrice is. She's doing the tech tonight, and we're happy to have Patrice. There she is. We're happy to have you, Patrice, with us at Water for the year through the Brethren Voluntary Service Program, and Irene, which is the German program that collaborates with the Brethren Volunteer Service. So it's great to have an intern in the office again, and we really are delighted to have you. And of course, we put you right to work on things like this. Last month, as some will remember who were here, Lillian Lewis offered meditation on connecting with our antlers as we face the biggest leap of our lives, which is our death. How many people remember? I remember it so well. It left such an impression on me. So I'm going to straighten my antlers now. And you can view the video at www.waterwomensalliance.org under the program Water Meditations. I want to thank Lillian again. So straighten your antlers, folks, and be ready for the big leap. I thought that was quite an extraordinary presentation.
Mary, you can't see the group on this. There's no.
Yeah, because we have you have to go down, Margaret Ellen. Just scroll down and you'll see people. We're trying a different format tonight using this screen in the middle for some slides, and then you just go right down the side and you'll see Bernadette and whoever all else, Cynthia Tootle and Coralie, people that you know. So when we finish with our meditation and have our conversation, we will delete this center part and be able to see everybody again.
That's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate your mentioning it. For those who don't know, my name is Mary Hunt. I don't think I said that at the beginning, but I am with Water, and Patrice and Pamela and Diane New are my colleagues there, along with Joe Cinto, who's actually coming in on Wednesday. So we're happy to see Joe again this week. Let us begin, as we always do, with a land acknowledgement. We at Water are on Indigenous land in Silver Spring, Maryland, the traditional and contemporary land of the Piscataway and Anacostan peoples. We acknowledge the trauma and injustice toward Indigenous people that is deep in American culture and history. We join in efforts to eradicate it and make reparations for the genocide involved. Water's work is aimed to bring about social justice. I ask you to take just a moment to consider the Native people on whose land you sit. We will be using our regular format for meditation tonight, and I'm delighted that my colleague Pamela will be presenting. Pamella Miller, I'll introduce in a moment. But the way it works for those who are new is that the presenter says something brief, usually 7 or 8 minutes, to spark our contemplation. And our theme tonight is rest to achieve potential. So we will have an opportunity to see some images and then to have music during the beginning of our meditation. Then the music will end and we will have the silent period, and then we'll have some music at the end. Many styles of meditation, and you know what helps you to get into a contemplative space, whether it's breathing or using a word or a phrase, acting as a mantra, whatever works best for you. The key is that we're meditating together. And I think a lot of people find it hard to do it as a regular practice alone, but there's something different about meditating together, about taking this time together to really do it over the miles. And I'm looking at people from Florida and, we said Australia, different parts of the country in the US and abroad. So there's something about that I find powerful each and every time it happens. So what I want to ask you to do is mute your phone or your computer, I should say, or phone, whatever you're on at this point, until it's time to share after the meditation. And if you find the music distracting, even the first 3 minutes and the last 3 minutes, feel free just to use your own volume button on your computer, that volume, if you don't want to hear it. But it's just very nice background music. At the end of our 22 minutes of meditation, as I will at the beginning of our 22 minutes, I will ring the gong, which sounds like that. And I will, the first time, signal that we begin our meditation, and the second time that we close it. I want to introduce now my colleague, Pamella Miller. She is an accountant by training and an experienced hospital chaplain. Pamela is originally from Jamaica, now living in the DC area. She's a Master's of Divinity student at Wesley Theological Seminary, doing her practicum, what is called the Practice in Ministry and Mission, here at Water. And we're just delighted to have her with us and hope that her experience at Water will enhance her already fruitful ministry. So with that, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Pamela and invite her to make her presentation about rest. And if we don't all fall asleep, Pamela, by the end of the 22 minutes, we'll have time for a conversation when it is over. Thank you so much, and we are in your capable hands.
Thank you. I'm not sure if you're seeing me. My computer is off, so I'm going by the phone.
Yes, we do see you, and you look fine.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and good morning or good night, wherever you are. I'm glad to be in your company. It is November 14th. It is almost a week away from Thanksgiving in the United States. Already we've run through the year at a maddening pace, entering the holiday season, which is usually hectic also. So I think this is a good time to reflect on rest and why it's so important and why we should rest. So I'd like to start with a poem, a short poem by Paul Sebastian, and Paul Sebastian identifies him. Wherever he used masculine words, I just switch them to substitute for gender neutral words. The poem is Take Your Rest by Paul Sebastian. Rest, my dear, rest. Let your tired mind rest. Let your weary body rest. For today you did your best. Leave to God the rest. God has plans for your best. Place your trust in God, for God holds your dreams. And this poem was written May 18th, 2016. Rest. A very small word, only 4 letters. It is easily pronounced and known by all. It is very important and very powerful word, which most of us ignore or take for granted until it's too late. The website thesaurus.com has 234 synonyms or antonyms for rest. There are at least 100 verses in the Bible on rest. And I'm sure that other sacred texts have numerous mentions of the word rest, its synonyms or antonym. Why is rest, the word rest, important and powerful to us? Because our lives depend on it. Our health, our well-being, and our legacy or impact on our world depends on how we approach and embrace rest. It affects us spiritually. Nature tells us we need to rest so that we can regenerate our productive energies. We see the trees go into a rest period during the autumn and winter in order to burst forth with new life and abundant fruits in spring and summer. For the Syro-Abrahamic faiths, we see in the creation story, not only a whole day was given for rest, the Sabbath, but an implication that the previous 6 days, work was only done 12 of the 24 hours. In the Jewish history, global history, we even saw land allowed to rest. I theorize this is to avoid depletion and to prolong its potential for life. Rest affects us physically, mentally, and emotionally. Humans need rest, take a break, slow down, relax, go to sleep, so that our bodies can regenerate our productive energy, so to speak. We produce our best when we're not tired or fatigued, stressed, anxious, or burnt out. Our immune system will appreciate us some more, and our bodies will rebel less. Our communities will love and appreciate us more when we're less cranky or crabby, when we make fewer mistakes and are less clumsy from lack of rest. We become better able to live our full potential as our bodies become healthy with new cells and tissues. Our doctors say we should rest at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep in every 24 hours. That works out to be a quarter or a third of a day that is set aside for sleeping rest. This does not consider meal times, breaks from other activities, and other forms of rest. So what would life be like if we really embrace rest? Would we live to 900 years? Would we be healthy and productive for much longer than we are today? Could our potential be vastly improved with less time if our bodies are well rested? In our very busy, cosmopolitan, high definition, high tech, and social media frenzy world, we must learn ways to embrace the importance of rest and incorporate rest in our life. Our quality of life and life itself depends on rest. Let us take a few minutes to rest our minds, our eyes, and our body, if you're able to do so, with the presence of music and the sound of nature mimicking the noises of our environment. You might want to see how your body feels right now and compare it after the time of meditation.
Thank you so much, Pamela. And we turn now to our time of meditation, which will last for 22 minutes. Hello again, everyone. I hope you found that a restful time, and I think we'll sleep well tonight. I want to thank Pamella Miller for, first of all, picking this topic, which, at least for people like me who fit all the categories she described of in the city, and how else did you put it, Pamela, that we work at a frenzied pace. It's your words struck home, and I appreciate them. And I think I have other colleagues around the circle who felt the same way.